What up, world? Established Rich coming right back at you. Busta Rhymes walked into last night thinking he was stepping into a regular moment. Instead, he stepped into somebody else's content plan. A camera was already ready before a word was ever spoken. That should tell you everything you need to know about intent. The kid didn't walk up to him with respect. He walked up to him with a joke already loaded. Calling a grown man by another grown man's name ain't comedy. That's disrespect. That's somebody seeing how far they can go without paying for it. That's what we call a temperature check.
It's Tracy Morgan.
Oh, Tracy.
What? What did I just say?
Wait. What did you say?
Nah.
What did you say?
Bro, this
What did you just say?
My boy out here.
Hold on. Put your camera down. What did you just say? Yeah.
Just let the gentleman right here load the trailer.
It's Tracy Morgan.
Boy, not Tracy Morgan. Tracy, my boy.
What's Tracy your boy mean?
Tracy, my boy.
What does that mean?
I don't know. My boy said Tracy.
Busta Rhymes.
I'm not talking to you, homie. I don't need you to tell me.
Whatever.
I'm trying to understand. What's your name? I'm asking you a question. I ain't calling you out. Understand? I don't know what that means neither. That's why I'm asking you what it means. That's the only way I can think. Tracy, my boy. What that mean?
Everyone's saying Tracy, so I'm saying Tracy.
I ain't hear nobody say Tracy. You the only one who said it.
You can see the moment Busta realizes what this really is, the smile leaves and the mood changes. Not because he about to turn violent, but because he about to turn real. You don't play with a grown man, little boy. That line hit harder than any fist could have because it wasn't a threat, it was the truth. That was a man speaking from a world where words have weight. This kid was brave in the way only cameras can make you brave. The crowd was a shield, the phones were the armor. And that's the game now. Hide behind witnesses while you play with fire. Back in our day, you ain't walk up on people for entertainment. You avoided strangers because you valued your teeth. You didn't record first and think later. You thought first because later was expensive. Now, these kids walk up on legends like it's a skit. Like grown men are just characters in their feed. They don't see history. They don't see opportunity. They don't see consequence. They see views. And that's how trolling got normalized. It got dressed up as content. Disrespect with a ring light is still disrespect. It just pay more money now. Everybody thinks it's funny until it ain't. Everybody thinks it's a joke until somebody gone. Busta kept his hands down and his voice up. That's called restraint. A lot of people don't have that switch. This kid walked away shaking, but he was alive. That's not how this always ends. Somebody one day is gonna say it was just a joke, and the joke is gonna cost him everything. Because when you stand in front of a grown-ass man, trolling ain't no defense. And when you stand in front of a judge, viral is not a justification. People are being taught the wrong lessons right now. The lesson being taught is that embarrassment pays, humiliation pays, provocation pays, and patience doesn't trend. Respect don't go viral. This moment with Busta ain't a celebrity story, it's a culture story. It's about how far we slid because cameras done made us brave, and how much energy it's gonna take to slide it back. Because ridicule used to get you checked, now it gets you follows. And that trade-off is gonna cost somebody their future, if it already hasn't. Now let's talk about the part they didn't show in the clip. The aftermath never goes viral. The shaking hands when the camera cuts off. The adrenaline drop when you realize just how close you got. Because the kid walked away with content, but he also walked away with a warning I'm sure he ain't ready to hear yet. This generation thinks trolling is a lane. We come from a time when trolling was risking your life. You didn't prank strangers back then. You avoided strangers because life wasn't no game. Now the internet done taught these kids if you can't be talented, be disrespectful. If you can't be great, be infamous. If you can't build a name, attach yourself to one. That's why they run up on anybody with status. Because attention is the new currency. They ain't trying to be rich, they trying to be seen. And seen is more dangerous than broke. Because being seen makes you think you famous. The camera made this kid feel invincible. The crowd watching made him feel untouchable. What he forgot is that legends don't become legends by being safe. They survive errors that erase people. Busta comes from a time when words turn into consequences fast. There was no comment section. It was just content. You said it, you stood on it. And if you couldn't stand on it, you learned real quick to shut the hell up. Now kids learn the opposite. Say anything and hide behind the internet after. They don't understand. Some people don't speak internet. They only speak real life. And real life don't have edits. It don't have retakes. This was never about a joke. This was about power. Who feels safe enough to disrespect who? And what's scary is the system is rewarding the wrong side. The disrespecter gets the views. The one with restraint gets judged. The one with patience gets called soft. And that upside down logic is gonna break somebody. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Because you can't keep running up on grown men and expecting the internet to save you. The camera won't jump in front of a fist, and the crowd ain't gonna pay your medical bills. The comment section won't come to court with you, and being viral won't post your bail. Busta did what a lot of men wouldn't have done. He drew the line without crossing it. But everybody don't have that discipline. Everybody don't have that type of control. So when it goes wrong one day, and it will, everybody gonna pretend like they ain't see it coming. Everybody gonna act surprised. But the warning signs been here. They been filmed in HD. Now let's talk about the part that ain't funny at all. The part where trolling meets the legal system. Because it was a joke, don't hold up in court. And I was just making content, ain't no defense. The judge don't care about your followers, and the judge don't care about your content. The law don't care about your intent to be funny. It only cares about what happened.
Why did you do this?
With going Walmart and well, I've been doing skits for a long time. It's not the first time I went viral. I've been viral running on an NBA court, Houston Rockets game, and I just started by just doing that stunt, and me and my friends got decided to go to Walmart, and we just did it.
But yours was different than everyone else's. You said you bought the ice cream?
I bought the ice cream. That's correct.
So did you buy it before you did it, or did you put it back in and then go buy it?
I put it back in and I went buy it, bought it.
Okay.
So as soon as I took it out, then I did it, then I put it right back in, then I just went and bought it. Yeah.
How was the video done in the last 24 hours?
It took off. We got 50,000 views already in 24 hours.
And that was the point of it.
Yeah.
This generation got confused by algorithms. They think viral means invincible. But the streets don't run on Wi-Fi. The streets run on consequences. When you walk up on a grown man, you don't know what he going through that week. You don't know who he just buried. You don't know what switch is broken inside of him. You see a joke, he may see a threat. You see a clip, he may see his last straw. And that's what these kids don't understand. They think every grown man is down for their content. No, some men are built different. We came from a time when respect was a survival tool, not a brand. You didn't test random energy. You read the room before you spoke. You didn't touch what you couldn't handle. And you didn't laugh at what could kill you. Now they teach kids to run toward danger for content, not away from it for life. That's backwards evolution. We are watching natural selection play out on timelines. The boldest survive until they don't. And let's be honest about the darkest part. Some of these kids want you to hit them. They want the lawsuit. They want the settlement. They want to be able to say, this celebrity assaulted me, because that check is bigger than a brand deal. So it becomes a setup either way. Ignore them, they win. Engage them, they still win. Lose control, and everybody loses. And that's why this era is dangerous. Not just for them, for everybody. This ain't about Busta. This is about a generation playing with fire for entertainment. This is about a culture that forgot the difference between courage and careless, between humor and disrespect, between content and consequence, between a joke and a last decision. But hey, that's just my opinion. What's yours? Like, comment, subscribe. Establish Rich. I'll be back with another one. Peace.